I'm hoping they won. And if this one is still open, it's still exactly one that Oluchi sent me. But I said, and apologies
So
that I have to do this. There is
let's look at drop down, because I felt I was going to treat drop down so that um, you would understand how the whole index and match thing works. And we're going to be looking at matrix, complex lookup function, hopefully. So because drop downs are the things that are going to really help. Let me remove this. So basically, if you look at the food and department section, what drop down does is that they help to validate a particular role. For instance, if you have something like, let's say, um, category, and then uh, sorry, let's say product. Let's use product and category. You discover that we may have something like good, we may have something like apple, we may have something like let's say um, horse, we may have something like furniture, we may have something like guava. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you take any online exams, or if you take any, maybe if you have taken any online exams, you would be very much aware of something like dragging and dropping. For instance, they will tell you drag and drop the answer, assuming you have something like animal, right? You have something like animal to be your options. You have fruits, you have wood, okay, and then you have maybe juice, right? If you have ever been, if you have ever written an online exam before, so these answers are supposed to be fitted in this category, right? So you are just going to click, you are going to click animal, and then you are going to drop it where you think the product is an animal. Where you think the product is a fruit, you just put it there. Where you think the product is wood, you put it there. Where you think the product is juice or not. But a drop down practically helps us to do this. And what a drop down does is that instead of clicking, dragging, and dropping, it actually makes the whole thing possible. For instance, for drop down, you just need to highlight your category column, go to your data menu, go to data validation, click on data validation, choose list, all right, choose list. Then you can either type this out. You say animal, fruit, animal, fruit, and wood. Okay, and then you hit enter. Now, once you do that, if you come over here and you open, you see animal, fruit, or wood. So for goods category, we have animal. For apple category, we have fruit. Now, this is why drop downs are important. If I come here and then maybe for horse, like some persons, this column is already data validated, meaning there is no data that you are going to put. If the data is not validated, it's not going to work. For instance, I want to type human being here, right? And then I click outside. What is it saying? Are you following me? Yeah, it's saying that the value you entered is not valid. All right. So it's going to, if you put something else that is not validated right in any of these columns, it's going to show some error. All right. That's why data validation is important. But come to think about it, what if I discover that, you know what, instead of wood, I want to put aesthetics, right? Instead of wood, I want to put aesthetics. So instead of coming right here, let's see if aesthetics will appear. All right, aesthetics didn't appear. That means that I still need to go back to my data validation menu. When I click on it, I need to remove wood manually and then put aesthetics and then click on OK. I have to do that manually. So if I come here and open, I'm going to see aesthetics. But so the problem of this method of data validation is that it makes for waste of time, right? You can waste a whole lot of time just by doing what you're doing right now. So what we should do rather is, instead of typing this manually, we just highlight the column, go back to data validation, choose your list, and then your source. Choose your cursor, put your cursor there, come right here and highlight the source. When you highlight the source, then you click on OK. Now you can see animal, fruit, and aesthetics. All right, animal, fruit, and aesthetics. Now, the good thing about this method is that if we come here and say, you know what, we want to replace it with wood instead of aesthetics, and then you click outside, all right, you are going to see that every other thing here is going to change. So you have animal, fruits, and wood, right? So you now have animal, fruits, and wood. So that's the difference, and it's very important you keep this difference in mind, because when we begin to talk about index and match and then matrix, that would really help you to understand why you should choose one method against the other method. So that is it for drop downs. I want to talk about joins because you need to understand how they work as well. So basically, what join does is that I know that we treated text to columns, like, where is it? Let me see. I don't know, but I think we treated text to columns, where when you have something like Nancy Smith together, you can actually divide it into different columns. But the thing about this particular function I'm going to be showing you is that it is actually instead of text to column, this time around it is column to text. So we can either use the concatenate formula, which we talked about the other time. So we have the concatenate formula, then we have the last name comma the first name. So we have last name, which is Smith. All right, we have our comma. Remember I told you that in Excel every character or every foreign object is a character. So to put our comma, like when you have your name, you have to put your double quote. A space is a character. So when you put your space, then you put your double quote again, you put your comma, and then you put your Nancy. So when you do that, you now click bracket close and you hit enter. All right. So when you do this, you just autofill. Now, when you come to full name, it's the same thing, equals to concatenate. Because full names don't have last name, first name in that order, there's no comma. So basically, we're looking at full name, which is first name first. You put your comma, you have to put your space in double quotes, right? You put your comma because the space is a character of its own, and then you put the last name, and then you put your bracket close, and then you hit enter. So that is it. That is one way to solve for. That's one way to solve for columns to text. Now the second way is using the AND function. So with the AND function, you don't need to put any of these in bracket open and close. You just put equals to, and I'm going to be using this AND function much later. Equals to, the last name is Smith, and then you put your AND function, right? Then you put your comma, you put your double quotes, you put your comma, you put your space, you put your double, close it, you put your AND function, and then you put your first name Nancy, and then let's see if this will work. You hit, yeah, so it worked. And then when you do that, you drag down, and then you have Smith Nancy. So for full name is the same thing, equals to, full name is first name Nancy, you put your AND, then you put your comma, you put your double quotes, space, double quotes again, then you put your and then you put your last name, and then you hit enter. Nancy Smith. So those are the two methods I want you to look at. Now let's look at the possibility of joining, sorry, what am I doing? The possibility of joining text and numbers together by this second method, right? By this second method. And just a quick one. The quick one is that if you want to get today's date, you can put equals to today, bracket open and close, and then hit enter. That's today's date. If you want to get today's date and time together, you have to now put equals to now, bracket open and close, and then you hit enter. So of course, you know that if you want to see this in full, all you need to do is go to your home menu, click on long date. You are going to have that Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. So I would want you to solve for this particular one. How can you add today's date and the time together? So I've already given you a tip here, and that is your answer should look like this one, right? Your answer should look like this one. So I will need you to now solve for the current time, put the current time together, current time, double, is it double quotes or what is that, semicolon? Yeah, current time, semicolon, and then you put the time, all in the same cell. Okay, I think we treated the if statement.
Last week. Yes.
Yeah, we treated the if statement. So that is it for this particular sheet. I'm sure that you already know some field, split, transpose, sort and filter tables, pivot tables, and pivot charts. So we treated joins and drop downs now. We already treated VLOOKUP, SUMIF and COUNTIF. We've already treated that, right? So we're going to be looking at index match. While SUMIF asks how much is the total number of apples for this particular one, COUNTIF would now ask you how many times did apple appear in the data set. So you already have this material. You go check it out.
What is this HLOOKUP for? The HLOOKUP is what? Is it the same thing as VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP?
No, it's not the same. HLOOKUP. This is basic Excel. HLOOKUP is basic. So let's look at Let me see. I think I'm done with this. Yeah, I remember last week we also treated data modeling and cleaning. We treated data modeling, right? How to clean some, how to use trim and value function. Did we?
Trim and value function.
Yes.
Mm.
Huh?
No, we did not treat this one though. This particular one.
Did we treat trim and value?
Value, I think that was the upper week.
No, I started teaching, okay, trim and value. Yeah, I think we treated trim and value function, how to trim and remove errors.
Yes.
All right, so welcome to Index Match. I'll be treating this one today. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll give a bit of introduction into. Let me see the other topics I sent to you. Okay, yeah, I'll look at index match. If there's still time, we'll look at advanced conditional formatting. And we have if error and then VBA and macros. If we can finish this one, then I think we're good to go. So basically, when we hear of the word index, index is very important. I prefer using it most of the time than VLOOKUP because VLOOKUP looks simple, but there are some, and as we proceed, hello?
Yeah, I'm with you, please.
So because there is a matrix that we are going to be looking at, it is very complicated, and VLOOKUP may not be able to get well. A proper, yeah. So HLOOKUP have its own limits as well, but index match is recommended most of the time, especially if you are trying to bring up a particular value. But so far we are going to be looking at index, and then we are going to be looking at match, and then we are going to be looking at index match, right? So for index,
quick one before you continue. Hello?
You say?
Please, before you go, what the X lookup? How do we get the X lookup? Is it because I tried it's not on my system? X lookup. I know there is H lookup, but X lookup, that is X.
Have you tried using the formula and it's not working?
Yes, yeah, I tried. It's not even on my system, but I saw it when I was making research about that. It's far better than lookup and the rest of it. So when I try it,
not many people use HLOOKUP, but if I have time, I'll just show you a few things about it. But pay attention to VLOOKUP. Pay attention to VLOOKUP, index match, and if you can research about HLOOKUP, that's fine. Because the thing about this particular functions, especially, you never escape any of them from any interview. VLOOKUP must always be there. Index match must always be there. They could maybe not ask about HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, but these two is very important because for Microsoft Excel, these these are the two most important functions that you would use to get values. You remember, data is very big, and if you don't know how to look for a
Yes.
particular value, then you can as well not get employed in the first place. So that's why it's very, very important.
Yeah.
And
It's true.
understanding it is also key. Okay, so there are different people
Okay.
who would want to use the simpler methods of handling index match, but
Look up. Okay.
I'm going to show you the simple method and the complex method, especially when it concerns the matrix formula or the matrix lookup.
Okay.
So now
Okay.
for index, what index does is that index helps to pull out information from a particular range. For instance, if we are typing something like, we want to look for something like, let's say accord, all right? We want to look for the profit of accord. So index match is going to say equals to index bracket open. What the explanation here is that it returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a given range. So you have to now put your equals to, and what is the array? Sorry, your bracket open. We are going to be using the first formula because we don't have reference. There is a time that we'll be using the second, but it's still the same method, right? So this is our
Okay.
array. This whole thing here is our array.
All
That
right.
is the number, right? And then when you put your comma, they're asking you for the
Row.
roll number.
Row
And
number.
if you count, and this is where it gets tedious using just index, because if you want to get the roll number, you have to count, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So you have 8. Then you put your comma. And then they're asking you for the column number. And you know that we have 2 columns here. And the first column is the column number we're going to be looking at. And then you put your bracket close, and then you hit enter. So 9, if you look at it, $907. If you come to accord here, that is, you are going to have $90.7. Have you seen it?
I see.
Yeah. So, but for match, we are going to say something like equals to match. It says it returns the relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order. So we have match bracket open. What is the lookup value? Our lookup value is this accord, right? Then you put your comma. What is your lookup array? This is the lookup array. Sorry, this is the lookup array because this is where the accord is, right? And then you put your comma. Again, do you want it an exact match greater than? Of course, we want it to be an exact match. So we put exact match. There we hit bracket close. So we have you hit enter, then you are going to have 8. So as much as you know, the other time we were the one counting. Are you following? We were the one counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before we got 8. But what match does is that match helps you to count where that particular word, tells you where that particular word is located. So now we want to combine index and match to now look for the revenue of accord. So instead of counting it manually, we are going to have something like equals to index bracket open. What is your array? This is your array. Okay. Then you put comma. So instead of putting the row number, which is like number 8, we are now going to bring in our match function. Okay. And then open the bracket. And then we are going to look up that value, which is what? Accord. And then put your comma. And then what is your lookup array? This is it. This is our lookup array. When you do that, you put your comma and we have the exact match. Because there are two formulas here, you close your bracket twice, 1, 2, and then what do? You hit enter. Let's see if this will work. Okay, it's showing ref. Can you tell me why you're showing ref?
It's showing red because, like you said last time, I try to use shift control.
No.
Okay, showing red because there is an error.
Yeah, there is a reference error, meaning we did not refer to the right. Excel doesn't know where to refer to. That is what it means, the reference error, right? So now, what did we do? The mistake we did was that instead of highlighting just the column we needed, we highlighted 2 columns.
Okay.
So we are going to correct that mistake right now by starting this formula again. So we have equals to index bracket of what is your array. Now we are going to have just 1 column instead of 2.
Why?
Why? Because that is where we want to index. That column is where we want to index and not the 2 columns. I am going to show, when we are talking about index match in the next page again, I'm going to show you the cases where you need to highlight the 2 columns. But for now, you are going to highlight just the column, which is the revenue column. And then when you do that, you now put your match, bracket open, your lookup value is accord, and then your lookup array, this is your lookup array, and then your exact match.
Yes, sir.
And then bracket close, and you hit enter. Do you see now? Now we have an answer.
Yes.
Yeah. So anytime you are using index match together, make sure that you are very specific in what column do you want to index and what column do you want to match.
Please, can you click on it again? Let me see. I want to see something. Click on it. What we just finished.
This one?
Okay, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I got it.
Yeah. So now that is how this works for index. Now let us look at index match. The next one, which is a very interesting way of looking at issues like this. And this is a better way of.
Okay, please, sorry. Before I know, I want to just ask one question again.
Yeah.
Back to where we are coming from, please.
Okay.
So, assuming we have tons of data, very plenty, and you don't actually know where exactly your lookup value is. You don't know where exactly, whether it's under revenue, whether it's under profit, whether it's under HAPS. You don't know exactly where it is. So, okay, is there any other method you can use in terms of when you have tons of data and you don't know where exactly your lookup value is?
I
This one
think that is what.
because, okay.
This one I do what?
Okay, you were saying something. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, we have to proceed so that you pay attention to when you have a complex, complex rules and maybe a complex column. That's when we're looking at a matrix lookup.
All right. Okay.
But the thing about index match is that when you are given something to solve for index match, you would always have at least a word.
Okay.
You would always have at least a word. You maybe you are looking for apps. Maybe we want to look up for profit, right? Okay. Maybe maybe you have the profit, and then you are told to let's assume I have something like this.
Okay.
Let's assume I have sorry. Let's assume I want to sort and filter. Let's assume I want to sort from smallest to largest. Okay.
Okay.
And let's assume that we want to, without being told, without using sort and filter, let's assume you have something like this number, right? This
Okay.
dollars, and then
Somewhere.
your boss is somewhere, and
Mm.
your boss or maybe your employer or whoever is like, okay, please look up for this particular value. Who
Who
got
brought in this money?
this?
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
which app brought in this money?
Mm.
Anyway, you can use VLOOKUP to get the answer. But
Okay.
the thing is that you need to go back to the formula, go back to this table to count the number of columns you have. And that is what VLOOKUP does. You have to be doing all this counting, and it's not so nice, right? But with
It's
index
nice.
match, with index match, you don't need to do too much counting. All you need to do is to put your index, right? And then Hacker will come out as your index match, and Hacker will come out as the answer.
Okay.
So let me see if I can do that quickly here. Let's say index bracket open. What is your array? Let's see. That's my array. Comma, row number, I don't know, right? I don't know the row number, but I know this number, right? And because I know this number, I'm going to look up for the number right here under profit. And then I would have my exact match, and then bracket close and bracket close, and then enter. Let's see if this will work. Perfect. You see, it worked.
Okay, let's try this one too. It's equal to
Okay.
okay, indexed.
Uh-huh.
Bracket okay, bracket open. Click on just go on the app, click on, I mean, I like the app array. App,
Where? This one?
yes, the row. That everything here, okay.
Okay.
Okay, comma, match.
Uh-huh.
Bracket open.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the one we are looking up to. That value.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Look up, okay.
Yeah.
Comma. And then the revenue and profit, all of them should come in that box.
Okay.
Comma. What I wanted to say, there is a one that I would do. You put, you count the set. It's in which one? Second. Okay. Whether second or first, you count it. I don't know if it's that. I don't know. There's a particular one.
Yeah, count it and let me know.
No. So I was saying, okay. 1, 2, say 3. 3.
3. Okay.
Comma. 0.
3, 0. All right.
Close your bracket. Close your bracket. Double click.
Yeah. It's saying you have entered too many arguments for this function.
Really?
Yeah. So that is the error it's showing. It's not going to work like that. Maybe if you've been looking at it the wrong way, it's not going to work like that.
Okay, because I know there is a formula that there is that index match that you use, that you put all the array. You will not just choose only the column where it belongs. You chose almost all the array. Like revenue and profit will be in one place. Then when you now choose the exact, I think it's going to, okay, I don't know how it works. I think we did that one.
Anyway, let's proceed. Maybe as we continue, you would get an idea of
advantage. Okay, yeah. All right.
You'll get an idea of what we need to do. But remember, I was thinking you would even tell me to put this thing in a table. I told you that it
Okay.
is
Yes,
important
I
to
tell
put
you.
things in a table. Now
Yes.
I'm going to let's use let's call this the app table, and then we hit enter. Now we want to look for 14. We want to look for, okay, let's look at profit. Let's look at profit. We copy this out, right? And then we put it right here. All right. So now we want to use index match. So we have equals to index. So we are going to call in our array, which is the this. Have you seen how it has appeared?
Yes, I've seen
App table.
Yes.
So we can choose to do this. We can choose to now call the app table, right?
Okay,
Once you do that, you now call out the name of the column, which is the app column. Close it with a square bracket. And when you do that, you put your comma, and then you put your match. Your bracket open. What is your lookup value? Our lookup value is this number. And then you do what again? What is your lookup array? Your lookup array, you have to call out the app table again.
Which is
and to call out the app table, you now call out the what? The revenue.
Okay, revenue. Now I see
right?
this one is better, yeah.
I
think this one
you call out the revenue. Yes, and then when you are done with calling out the revenue, you now put your exact match. Put your bracket close, another one, and then you hit enter. So you now have the answer.
Yeah, I like this one. But there's something I can go through this one without using the table. I like this one.
Yeah, so that's why tables are always better.
The best, yeah.
So that is one way of looking at this, right? Yeah. Now, there's another way of looking at this. There's another way of looking at this. Now the selected app here is Misty Wash, and you are asked to find for the division and the profit. Again, we follow the same method, which is index, all right? You look for the array, and in this case, what is the array for division?
Division. Array is
wait, okay, forgot. For the division.
Okay, division array.
Yeah, division. And then you put your comma, and then what else?
You match.
You match. Okay. And then what is the lookup value?
Division.
Misty Watch, right?
Misty Watch, okay.
And then you put your comma, and then you're asking for the lookup array, which is this. And then you put your comma, and then you put 0, which is the exact match. Then you put your bracket close, and you hit enter. So we know now that the utility is a division for Misty Watch. And the funny thing is that you can't drag down because it's going to tell you unknown error. Remember when we're treating fuel, sometimes if you have something like, let's say 20, you have 50, then you have 50, and then you have 89. So if you are solving for a sum equals to sum, right? So you can just drag this and then hit enter. And then you can drag this down and get your answer, right? For the second one. Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Yeah. But how come How come it's not
for this one.
working? How come it's not working here? Do you know the answer?
And that's because let me hold on. Because the lookup value is not it's not under where the lookup value is under division. Why the profit is not where the lookup value is. That's why it can't work. That's what I can come up with.
Okay, so we're going to have equals to index because we need to solve for this. Our array, we're looking at profits, right?
Okay.
Our comma match, we need to match it with something. And the lookup value is Misty Watch. And where is that lookup value found? Under apps.
Apps.
And then we need an exact match, our close bracket twice, and then enter. So you have our profit to be $5.78.
So answer the question now. Why do you think it's not trackable?
Okay, so why it wasn't is because we the second value, which is profit, wasn't highlighted when we were treating the first one. The first one, what was highlighted was the division column.
Division.
So
Yeah.
Excel does not understand this particular column, which is made up of letters, to be the same with this particular one, which is made up of numbers.
Figure.
So when you drag down, it is like, for instance, if you had 20, so maybe let me put something like
clothes.
Let me put something like okay, clothes, right?
Yeah.
And let me put something like, can you see? Let me put something like goods, and then you click outside. Can you see? Excel put 0. That's because it cannot calculate the summation of clothes and goods together. So it returned a value 0. But for this one, it couldn't return a value 0 because that is how it's supposed to be. So what it did is that it showed you not available, not available kind of NA error. So now there is a much more sexier way of solving this problem, and that is using data. Using data validation. And remember, we have treated data validation. So the thing about data validation now is that instead of having, let me clear this up.
How do you have to go through that process to clear?
Is there a shorter way to clear?
Yes, I can just go to my home and go to clear hall, and it's cleared. Let your home be alighted. Okay, I'm come to clear under the AutoSum field and clear. AutoSum. You see AutoSum where you used to do sum. Come to that light.
Okay. I rarely use it.
Okay.
For the sake of teaching.
Okay.
Clear format, clear content.
Okay.
So let's we want to insert our Misty Watch in we want to data validate it. So we just go to data validation, click on it, and choose our list as usual. Then list. Then our source, we now choose all of this to be our source, and then we click enter. So now you have all the apps right here, okay? And then you do the same thing for division. So let's say not division, let's say we want to put profit, because the instruction says using data validation, solve for both cases of profit and revenue and any of the apps, right? Okay, yeah, we could do this. Let's go for any of the apps. Okay. Yeah, it's the same process. We choose any of the apps,
List.
our source, then we choose any of these, and you click on OK. Come to profits. You will validate the data. You come here, click on list. You choose what? Sorry, we want to choose profit and revenue. So we choose either of these, right? Profit and revenue. Then we click on OK. So we have, let's see, right, we have revenue, profit. We have all the utility games and divisions, and then for here we have all the apps. Okay. So right now, we want to solve for index match using this formula. Can you take me through it?
Okay, equal to.
All right. Equals to.
What are we looking for first, please?
We're looking for division, Misty Watch.
Okay, click on the Misty Wash. Oh, sorry.
Equals to.
Index.
Bracket open.
Misty Wash. Click on the Misty Wash app where we have your drop-down list for Misty Wash.
No, are you sure? It's asking for array. It's not asking you for
array. Okay, array. Okay, division. Click on division.
No.
Where we
Okay,
have
division. All right. Yeah.
No. The one where we have our drop-down list.
Our drop-down list. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Comma.
Okay.
Okay. The row.
The row
Is the Misty Wash.
Which one is row? This particular one?
Yes.
Okay.
Might be wrong. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, wait. Comma. Match.
Okay.
Sorry, am I supposed to have come in before? Let me continue. If I make mistake, don't worry, correct. Match. This delete till you get to that age 12. Delete it. Match. Put match now.
Okay.
Misty Watch. The app or where we have Misty Watch.
Okay.
Array. Profits.
Array what?
Profit app. Where we have a drop-down list for app. Profit.
Okay.
Close now and match. Close and exact match.
I should close.
Yes, exact match.
Okay.
No, as in no exact, that is put 0 for exact lookup.
Put 0.
Wait,
is that it?
There's a mistake. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Is that it?
Delete the 0 and comma.
Okay.
Delete the comma, the bracket. Okay. Comma. Exact match. Bracket close 2 times. Enter. Yeah.
All right. So what do you think is the problem?
There is a mix-up. I think there is a mix-up in time stop match and the index. What I'm started.
All right, so let's try it my way and see if it will work.
Okay. Your way should better work.
Huh?
Your way should better work. Your way should work.
All right. So we have equals to index bracket open. What is our array? We're looking at division, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Comma. What is our row number? We don't want it. We want to find out the row number by looking up of the value, and then when we do that, our lookup array, sorry, when we do that, our lookup array would be this.
Why don't you use the prefix app? Okay. Sorry, okay.
And then we have our exact match and bracket close. Let's see if this will work. Ref. Okay. So let's think. What do you think is the problem?
I think hold on, let me check it again. Why is it going back to the manual? Why do you still go back to the manual app when we have it already drop down list?
When we have already dropped down
list.
Yeah, but you tried that now and it didn't work.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I think
you think what?
hold on. I'm coming, please. I think I'm thinking something. So our lookup value, let's get it clear. What we are looking at, we are looking at this missing wash. We want to know where we can find it.
We want to know the division and then we want to know the profit.
Okay, division and profit. Okay. In that case, that index. Let's do it again. Let's see it again. Let's do it again. Equal to.
Okay.
Index. Array. Where do we have all the array of this division? It's under division. So click on division. No, the drop
this
down.
One.
Drop down. Comma. The row we are looking at, the row of this where we are looking at this thing is division. Match. Go to match. Click on match. Bracket open. Look up value. Click on the misty wash. Comma. Match again.
Match again.
Yes.
Okay.
So okay, if you are doing match, we'll have to look up again. Look up. No, we are not looking up. We want to see. Let's use the index again. Sorry, remove match and put index. Sorry, I think they are point I use. Comma, index. Look up array. Click on the profit where we have the profit. See, what are we looking at? Value AB. Okay, yes.
We are looking at the division and profit for Misty Watch as an app.
Okay, comma. The row number, or row column.
Which is?
I'm coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Put 4.
4. Okay.
0, comma 0.
0.
That's a exact match now. or something, something. Oh yeah, close to bracket. Let's try. If it doesn't work. But I think if it doesn't work, then we should not put that 4. We should remove the 4. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Let's
So
try.
there's a
Let's try.
reference error, right? It means that we are referring to the wrong column uh, or uh, or referring to the wrong column or the wrong this thing. So let's check for our error.
Okay.
So uh, you can see now it's saying invalid cell reference error because we have moved or deleting cells cause an invalid cell reference or function is returning reference error. So let's see the calculation step. So this is the step we had. We are not supposed to put index
Again. Yes.
and yeah, have you seen it? From
Yeah.
here is correct.
Right.
Here is correct, but from this place down
Wrong.
is totally uh,
Wrong.
wrong, right?
Evaluation. Okay.
From here down, they have underlined it for you. It's totally wrong. So now let's do this. Let's say equals to index bracket open is asking for the array of division. Okay, so we're going to get index the array of the division, and then we are going to call in our match function. What is our lookup value? Our lookup value is what is
Misty. Yeah. What
our
is that?
lookup value is what Misty watch, and what is our lookup array? Our lookup array is the app,
Yeah, we have
and
the
we
app
have
already.
equals to have bracket close and we have bracket close and we have enter. Can you see that it gave utility?
What
Now
does it
let's
mean?
remove this drop down. It gave utility, right? So if you remove the Misty watch here and then you put blend, do you see it changed to productivity?
Okay.
If you remove this and put accord, did you see it changed to utility? If you remove this and put cryptis, it changed to game. Do you see
Okay.
how this works now?
Okay.
Now, if you drag down, it's going to show error, right? Because it doesn't understand the second profit. So we're going to go ahead and say index. So you just have to follow the instructions. The fact that we already put all of this in drop down doesn't mean that Excel automatically knows the content of the drop down. So you need to go to the original table, right, to get the content of the drop down. So we have index. What is the array? The array under profit. So you have to go under profit and bring up your array. And then you click on comma and match. What is our lookup value? Cryptis in this case, comma. What is our lookup array? You need to go back to your app, right? And then exact match. Then you hit enter, and that is it, right? So now if you change cryptis to, let's say, hacker, you can see it has changed both the productivity and the profit.
So
Are you following?
what happened to the revenue that we put that is still under? Can you change the revenue to the profit to revenue? Where we have the drop down list for revenue and profits. We have the
Where
drop
do we
down list
have revenue? Okay,
revenue and profit.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
Let's see.
revenue, okay, for revenue, let's see if it will show anything. It didn't. Do you know why it didn't
Okay.
show anything?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, because
Not our lookup.
we were supposed to highlight it. So let's go back and do the right thing now. We're going to
Okay.
clean this, right? And we are going to say equals to, thanks for even bringing that up, I almost forgot, equals to array, which is our profit,
Can't we use the both of them since we are dealing with both of them?
Okay, let's do that and then see what to bring for us, right? Then
Okay.
our match, a lookup value is hacker.
Okay.
The lookup array is this.
Okay.
And then our exact match 0,
Sure.
bracket close, and then hit enter. Can you see it shows error?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right? It shows
I know
error.
what would have just picked the profit and the only the topic. We wouldn't have clicked on all the this thing. Click on it
Okay.
again.
Let's try it again. Index, bracket open, our array, just the profit, right?
As in the topic, just pick the topic.
Which topic? This?
Click on both, just the topic alone, the two topics, revenue and profit. Click on only the two of them.
Index, array, only the two.
Exactly.
All right. And then we have match, our lookup value, and our lookup array. And then we have, sorry. Exact match. And then enter. Can you see?
Okay, I see. But I know there is something like that. I will still find out about it, sir. But let's see your own. I know there is.
So let's do this. Let's do it this way. Index, open. What's the array? The array in this case is just the profit, right?
Okay.
Comma, the match. The lookup value is hacker. And the lookup array is this.
Okay. I will not number match because we need to include that revenue. Are you there?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so listen to see how we'll do this. So for that one, we are going to now, again, we are going to insert another match.
Match. Okay, I saw it. Don't put 0 now. Just put another match.
So we have match.
I think the 0 wouldn't have come in before that, but let's just try your own. I don't think the 0 needs to come in.
The lookup value. This time around, we are going to choose this one, profit. Okay. Right? And then we have comma. And then we're going to now go back and choose our revenue and profit column. So when you do that, put our exact match. Now let's see if this will work. If this doesn't work, it's another one I'll talk about. Then let's see, enter ref. Okay.
See, wait, hold on, don't change it. Just leave it. Go back to don't clean it. Control Z. Don't clean it. Let's see something. Control Z. Bring back again.
No, I want us to start all over.
Okay.
Profit. Match. Lookup value. It's the hacker. Lookup array. Fighter.
Comma. Match again.
We would have to close our bracket before we. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me hear. And what else?
Lookup value. Still use that match. Still use that one we are looking at. That icon.
Which icon?
Aka. Lookup value. Still use the
No, no,
value.
no. Hacker
Mm.
again. All right. We're actually looking for
Array.
profit and revenue of hacker. Don't
Okay. Let's
forget.
use the second one. Let's use the second one. Let's use that one.
Uh-huh. The
Comma.
lookup array.
Let's go to the revenue part.
Okay.
Comma is
Exact
inside
match.
two close up. Bracket close. Okay.
It's 3.
Okay.
Enter. So
Next.
not available.
I know I saw something like that. I've done it though. Funny enough, I supposed to take note of something.
Okay. I want to try 2 methods again now. Index.
Okay.
Array. That's my profit array.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm with you. Match. Lookup value. Profit. Lookup array. Revenue.
Still giving us that error. I'm coming. I'm checking out for something. I've done something like that. Why not bring down my book value? I've done something like this.
Okay, let me do something. Let me.
See, Excel is right.
I don't know why this is giving me error. Let me try this one last time. I have array. Match. Lookup value is
My network locked me out.
okay. Match. Profit.
Let me try using iPhone too. Friday people. What was that? That's my iPhone. Let me touch that though. Oh, seriously? This tiny girl is an iPhone. Small girl like. They even use 15 and 16. It's not iPhone. Oh, it's true. So, that's what is that? Oh, no. I've seen the one I can take from when it comes. No, I know. Don't worry. I'll tell him I took it. We are practicing this fruit garden. Give me this one now. People are laughing at me. I'm in the class though, and I'm laughing. I'm in the class and I'm still talking like this. Shall we give me now? When I come, you always attention. I'm the number one here. No, I don't want to. Give me this one. Sure, you're not using it. My phone is special. I cannot be using it. Oh. I'm sorry, please, sorry, my phone was low. I forgot my charger at home. So I was trying to look for one to charge my phone. I'm using phone, I'm not using my system. Are
It's
you
okay.
there? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Oh. Okay.
All right, finally, I was able to solve this.
Yay, congratulations.
When you see why they pay data analysts a lot of money, because sometimes you have to sit down and clean your data. You have to sit down and think. It could be hours, it could be days. So let me show you what I did. The mistake we did was that we were supposed to highlight the revenue and the profit column, because we are actually looking for revenue and profit. Remember, we have our drop down here, right? So we are going to take it again, index, and then what is our array? This is our array. This whole thing is what we are looking for, right? And then we have our match. What is our lookup value? Misty watch, comma, what is our lookup array? It's the apps column, right? And then we have our match again. What is our lookup value? Our lookup value is a profit. And then our lookup array, we are looking at revenue and profit. These two things. That is our array. Do you see now? Then we have comma, and then we have our 0, which is exact mark. We close the bracket and hit enter. That's how we got it. So you can now choose any of these. So once you change the Misty watch to, let's say, blend, it's going to change alongside. Revenue for blend is. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me too?
Yes.
But I was trying something like that when I was saying we should do that part, but I did not know how to get about it.
Yeah. Then we have revenue, so we can either choose revenue or profit, right?
Okay.
And you can come here and choose accord, and it's going to change. The accord is utility under division, and the profit for accord is $90. So you can confirm that accord is 90 profit, revenue is 907. So you can open this and there you see it will give you $907, right?
Yeah.
You say?
I'm asking that this formula is for complex data, share.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
VLOOKUP can never give you something like this.
No.
VLOOKUP cannot. It's only one-sided.
It's one way traffic.
Yeah,
Yes.
it can't give you when you have a multiple problem, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
again, because I always say that it is very good to put these things in table. So let's try the table method now and see.
But don't delete this one. Let that. Share, don't delete it. Let it be that. Just use another place for it. Leave the formula like that, so that when I'm using it, when I want to. Okay, when I want to.
No, it's on my worksheet. This is my worksheet. You already have yours. You can decide to delete or keep yours. So now I want to solve for. I want to use a table to solve for this, right? So let's say for division, what do I have? Equals to index. Oh, I didn't name my table, so we have to name our table. Let's call it the division table, because we already have another table named division. Division table. All right, so we have equals to index. We want to call our division table. Then we want to call in the division column, right? And when we do that, we want to call in our match. And what are we matching? Our lookup value is accord. Our lookup array, we need to call in our division table to find out the array. What is the array? Which is going to be the app column. This is the app column, we close it. And then what is our exact match, right? Then bracket close on hit enter. So that's it. For revenue, we go ahead equals to index. We call in our division table again. We call in the name of the division table. No. We need to call our app table division table. We need to call our we need to call in the app column, right? Call in the app column, and then what else? We call in what's our lookup value? Our lookup value is accord. And what is our lookup array? Am I getting this correct?
No.
Because I can't highlight to apps table. So division table, we need to call in the revenue. Revenue. Need to call in this whole thing. Revenue and profits. And then match. Our lookup value is now accord. Then our lookup array is revenue, and we're looking up for the app, and then we need to call in exact match. You need to now call in another match. Now our lookup value is the revenue, and this time around we are looking for revenue and profit together. And then exact match. Sorry, exact match. Close our brackets and hit enter. So that's it. This is a longer way to look at it, but either way, it makes your work much more organized.
Okay.
So, is there any question for this particular way of solving for index match?
Okay. We want to see more than we have much more than we have table that are more than this. Like we have up to 10 columns we are looking at. Can we still use the same method?
10 columns.
Yeah.
So that takes us to matrix now, which is this.
Okay.
So there are 3 formulas that we can use to solve for matrix. You can see this has 2 columns. We have actual revenue, we have actual profit, we have budget revenue, we have budget profit. All of this.
Okay.
So you already know that VLOOKUP cannot do this impossible task. And
Yes.
we know that we have multiple columns, different types of rules together. Budget revenue is different from, this is a different, entirely one, this is one rule, and this is a second rule. So there is no way, if you are not careful with index match, you may not be able to get what you are looking for. So now what we've said, this is our, let's call this our KPI, key performance index. And we are supposed to look for budget and profit, right? Again, we want to come to where you have budget, put your actual budget. You already know how to do this. And then where you have your profit, we have revenue, profit and revenue. So for every time you have swoops, you can choose any of the apps here. So how do we solve for budget and revenue? This is a very, it's a question. Take me through how we can solve for budget and revenue.
Okay. Considering where you're coming from, so let's start with the index.
Okay. Equals to index.
I'm not seeing your cursor. I'm not seeing you typing anything. Okay, yes.
This is my cursor.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Then look up array. Let's highlight the 4 column. The 4 column.
You mean these whole 4 columns?
Yes.
Okay.
Comma. Okay. Comma. Match. Lookup value. Click on the lookup value.
Which is what?
Soaps. The swaps or whatever.
Okay.
Comma. Lookup array.
Which is what?
To where, which is go to the manual aligning where the soap is under the, not under, go down, go back again now. Pass the apps, go to the next, after apps. Okay, yes,
apps.
Under the apps, under apps.
Under here.
Yes, click, highlight everything.
Okay.
Highlight it down here. Comma. Comma and 0, that is exact match.
Okay.
then close bracket. Another match again.
Another match.
It's a command that will come in before match. Okay, another match.
Uh-huh.
That is look up array.
Look up
Right.
array. Which one?
Let's take the one up. Those actual this thing. Actual revenue, actual profit. That is just the topics alone.
This one.
All the topics where we have all yes.
All of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Comma.
Comma.
And look up value.
Which is one?
The one we use is lookup array. It's supposed to show us lookup
This
value.
is
Wait, the one
this
we just
is your lookup value. Yeah, we just finished with lookup value. We are looking up
No.
for the lookup array.
No, sorry, delete it. It's not supposed to be that one. If it's lookup value, we should click on the one with the column. Delete that. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Lookup value should be click on the budget. This one that you have drop down list.
Okay. I'm with you.
Okay, and then you should go to comma.
Comma. Uh-huh.
Then all the topics that we clicked before. Yeah.
All the topics, okay.
Yes. And then exact match. Comma exact match.
Exact match, all right. Mm-hmm.
And bracket close now. Close all the brackets with the 1, 2.
And enter, eh?
Yes.
All right. So it's showing error.
Error. Yeah.
So you can see
Okay.
all the
Wahala. Everything is error. Wow.
it's showing massive error.
Plenty, in fact. That one can.
All right, so let the magician come and perform his magic.
Magician, do it though. Oh yeah, magician.
So let's say index, sorry. Let's say equals to index, bracket open. We're going to look for our array, which is all these numbers.
That's right.
And then match, bracket open. We're going to look for the app, which is swoops, comma, the app array, which is this one. Okay. Then you have your exact match, and then you put your match, and you have bracket open. Now you need to click on actual and profit. Okay, you have to click on actual, and then you put your and, you put your profit.
Exactly what I wanted to do.
Then you put your comma. All right. When you do that, you highlight the entire double column. So when we highlight the entire double column, you put your exact match, which is 0, close your bracket and hit enter. Now watch out and see. I want you to look at something.
Control and shift. Is that what you want to use?
It's going to show error.
But if you use control and shift to show the exact.
Nah, I know what you mean, but that is the second and third formula we're going to be looking at. Now, why do you think this one showed error? Because when you highlight everything here, right, you are indirectly telling Microsoft Excel, you know what, I am confused and I want to confuse you as well. Excel will say, okay, you are confused and I want to tell you that you cannot confuse me. So I'm going to return this error back to you to rework. So that is what it does actually, because you cannot tell Excel to look at actual revenue, actual profit. It's like, which of them do you want, Oga? Right?
Yeah.
So what you have to do now is that you have to make sure that actual revenue, actual profit, budget revenue, budget profit, all of them are on the same line. And to do that, you have to put equals to, you have to create another column here, equals to actual, and then you put your AN revenue and then click enter. When you do this, right, just drag down. Just drag down.
I remember this.
Now, when you do that and drag down, go back to your formula.
Are you
Let's
listening to
start
me?
it.
I shall remember this.
Yeah. When you do that and you have put everything together, let's go back and use index and see what's up. This is, they're asking for array. This is the whole of this.
Okay.
We are going to put in our match. What are we looking for? Our lookup value is swoops. Lookup array is this. And our exact match, we have to call in our match again. What are we looking for? The lookup value this time around, we're looking for actual and profit.
Revenue.
So let's say we're looking for this
value.
and this.
Okay.
And then we say comma. It's asking for the range. Let's say we are going to use this one now.
One up, this one up. Okay.
Yes, and we put our exact match. Let's see if this will work. Perfect, it worked.
Okay, so what makes it different from, because as I can remember, we've gotten it to the point of that. Click on that formula, please.
The point of what?
Click on the formula. Click on what we just finished now. Okay, we've gotten it to the point where we have gotten it to the match. The first time you did it, you do this C and C5, C4 and C5. Okay, so what doesn't make, what didn't work was we didn't have the array was what makes it to be a rush.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
I'm clear, you can continue.
All right, so now the other one that we are going to do, which would involve, is called the array solution. So we are going to try this.
Array solution.
Yeah, we are going to now use equals to index, bracket open. What is our array? Our array is this whole thing, comma, our match. What is our lookup value? Our lookup value is swoops. What is our lookup array? All of these up, comma, exact match. Then we have our match again. What is our lookup value? Our lookup value now would be still actual and profit. Let me even put budget And let me try this one, budget and profit. And then we have comma. What is our lookup array? Our lookup array now will be all of this. All right, you highlight the first one, then you put and
Okay.
then you highlight the second one. Then you put your exact match, you put your double close. You know, now you have to click on Control Shift and enter. Control Shift and then enter. Can you see that?
Yes.
I've seen that. I
So
saw
it gave
that.
the Control Shift and enter to give you that one. So it's
You said what is the
if you change this to budget revenue to now be 1 point this. Let me take this to currency. If you change this to, let's say, actual revenue to now be 7.28, if you want to check the actual profit to now be 1.9. If you want to check the
what are you
budget,
doing? Why,
the budget profit, or you want to check the budget revenue, it will keep changing, right?
Why is it not changing from the second one? The first
Which
one we
second
did.
one?
That
Yeah, the
one.
first one, that was a mistake because we're not supposed to choose from here. We're supposed to choose from here.
Okay.
So let's correct that now. So
go back to the match after the match and match. That second match. The second match we had.
is the first one is this and this. Then I hit enter.
Comma. Comma. There was no comma. There was no comma there.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. Let me do that again. Index, array, match, lookup values. Oops. Highlight all of this. Exact match. Right. We have this lookup value, this and this, comma, lookup array, this, exact match, blah blah, enter. Right. So
I was correct then.
Yeah, you are correct. You can change this to actual budget or actual profits. So each time we change it, it goes alongside. So let's see how we can solve for the array solution without SCE. This will be our last thing. So I rush to my own work. Array solution without Control Shift and enter. So we are going to do this equals to index bracket open. Asking for are you with me? Array. Hello.
I'm with you. I'm here.
All right. We'll take this And lookup value still going to be swaps. We take our lookup array all the way, our exact match, and then we have our match. What is our lookup value? Lookup value is going to be actual and profit. Then we have our comma. Now, because we don't want to insert Control Shift and Enter, excuse me. Because we don't want to insert Control Shift and Enter, we are now going to click on index. We are going to index again, and we have our bracket open. So it is asking for the array. For this array, we are going to now highlight this first one, okay, and
the second one,
and then this second one, and then we put our comma, and again 0, which is our index formula, and then don't forget we have to put our exact match again, and then we close all brackets and hit enter. Can you see? So
why
now
sorry, hello, the 0, what is 0 for? What is the 0? That's for 0, that first 0, what is it for?
That is a formula for index. It's just to show that I don't want you to take out my answer outside of the box or outside where I've highlighted. So if you like, you can put 0. If you like, you can put 2 commas.
1.
You know,
okay.
It doesn't matter. If you replace that 0 with a comma, that's another comma, it's still going to give you the same answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is it about.
Hello, can you copy it and to another? Let's try something. Copy the formula to another place. I want to see something if it will work.
Which formula? This one?
The last one, yes, the last formula. Just copy it to somewhere else. Copy it to the second. Copy. No, copy it. Don't. Yes. And let's move to
copy
another
it
line.
to where?
To another line. Any line. Just click. Paste it on any line. Paste it.
Oh, well, I did something crazy.
Just paste it in.
I should copy it and paste, right? It's not going to show. That is what index does, right?
We are pressing the formula. Just go back to where the formula is. We want the same formula to paste. I want to just change something.
Just tell me what you want to do, because if you copy it and paste, it may not work as you've seen.
Okay.
Equals to. I can't hear you.
So let's turn that 0 to 1 or 2. Let's turn that 0 to 1 or 2 and see what will happen.
All right. Let's see. 0 to 1 or 2. That is, you want to index the second.
Yes.
Okay. If you change it, it's going to give you error.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Okay.
So it has to be 0, because if you index this, remember you are indexing two rows.
2 rows. Yes.
So you can't choose any of the rows. It has to be the 2 rows and all of the columns.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why it says 0. If I put another comma now and I hit enter, it's going to give me the same answer.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
If I now remove that comma and put 0 and hit enter, it's going to be the same. But any other thing, you put 1, put 2, put 3, you're going to see the value error.
All right.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So this is your assessment. We are hopefully going to meet tomorrow. If anything comes up, we'll schedule. Because tomorrow I may be having a meeting, but I'll let you know early on time. So I using index match. I want you to get the sales and profits for the West and Central region.
Okay.
This is
Is
the
it one of
table.
is it one of the things you sent to me, Shay?
Yes.
All right.
So
All right.
tomorrow you are going to share your screen and let me know what you did.
All right.
Yeah. So we are done with index match today, and let's see what we'll do next time we meet.
Okay. Please, you
I
said the
hope you
record.
learned. I hope you learned something, and
Yes,
you
I
will
did.
not
I did.